Breaking news overnight, jubilation in Maui. A hiker missing for over 2 weeks is finally found alive. Tears of joy from Amanda Eller's family. The yoga instructor surviving for days, airlifted to safety after an intense search.
We found her, guys! We did it!
Where she was finally found as one of her rescuers joins us this morning.
State visit. President Trump arriving in Japan this morning. The whirlwind of events scheduled for his trip, plus what's at stake as he faces foreign policy challenges around the world. And the court ruling here at home overnight, blocking him from fulfilling a key campaign promise.
Dying to climb. Hikers attempting to summit Mount Everest caught up in a dangerous traffic jam on the world's highest mountain. The battle against the brutal conditions and the race against time as new deaths are reported among those hoping for the adventure of a lifetime.
Striking the heartland, reported tornadoes tearing a path of destruction. The expanded state of emergency over raging floodwaters.
This is what a flash flood emergency looks like in Wichita, a residential street running like rapids.
What's still ahead for the holiday weekend?
And water dangers, sharks, toxic jellyfish, and rip currents, the triple threat potentially facing beachgoers this weekend. What to beware of before diving in.
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
Hey, good morning and happy Memorial Day weekend. While many of us will be celebrating at the beach or with a barbecue, we do want to draw your attention to the true purpose of this holiday, remembering the men and women who fought and died for this country. You're looking at flags on the graves at Arlington National Cemetery.
And we will have much more on Memorial Day coming up, but we want to start here with breaking news overnight. An incredible story in Hawaii. A woman has been found alive in a forest after going missing for more than 2 weeks.
She's a physical therapist named Amanda Eller, and overnight she was airlifted to safety. When she first disappeared, hundreds of volunteers went out to search, and as time passed, some started to fear the worst. But this morning, the best possible news. How did it happen? We begin our coverage with ABC's Ariel Reshef. Ariel, good morning.
Good morning. Imagine, guys, 16 days alone in the forest. This morning, Amanda Eller, alive, alert, and safe, found wedged between 2 waterfalls. Now the first video of her dramatic rescue and reaction from those who never lost hope.
I know!
This morning, jubilation in Maui.
We found her, guys! We did it!
The first images of the dramatic rescue of Amanda Eller, the yoga instructor who went missing in Hawaii more than 2 weeks ago, found alive in the Kailua Reservoir, 4 miles from where she vanished. You can see Maui Fire Department airlifting her to safety.
And there she goes!
In this photo, Amanda, sunburnt and slightly disheveled but alert, just moments after she was discovered. Volunteer Javier Cantalops on the helicopter that originally spotted the 36-year-old, posting to Facebook after the rescue. Seen alongside search partner Chris Berquist, who tells us Amanda was found stuck between 2 waterfalls.
We found her in a stream bed. She was waving up at us while we were in the helicopter, and we got her out nice and safe.
Amanda's father in awe of her perseverance.
She figured it out. She was smart. She was strong. She was prepared.
His daughter transported to Maui Memorial Hospital, where her friends say she's being treated for minor injuries. Amanda, last seen in this surveillance video in a Maui local market, in what appears to be the same outfit she's wearing in her rescue photo. After 72 hours of trying to track Amanda down, the Maui County Department of Fire and Public Safety suspending its search. But more than 100 volunteers, dubbed Amanda's Angels, still showed up every morning. Amanda's family now celebrating her long-awaited homecoming.
Can you believe it?
This is really incredible. Police say they're now in the process of interviewing Amanda and documenting her injuries. The mayor of Maui thanked the community for the collaborative effort that helped bring Amanda's safe return.
But again, you said minor injuries.
Minor
That's
injuries.
incredible.
She just was missing her shoes, but truly Amanda's Angels. They did not give up hope for more than 2 weeks, and now she's going to be coming home.
And she was in pretty good shape, too.
Yeah,
Ariel, thank you. Again, we introduced him in your story. Ariel, thank you. But just a moment ago, I spoke more with Javier Cantalops, who was actually part of that rescue team that found Amanda Eller. First, tell us about that moment when you're flying up above in the helicopter. How did you first spot Amanda?
So we're coming up this huge gulch from where my hunt team leader had been like, we should fly up this gulch. And I was like, let's just go higher. Let's go higher. And we're flying up this gulch, man. And you can see the waterfalls coming down, and we're all looking down, and the waterfalls are still coming. And I mean, this is some really thick area, you know? And all of us at the same time pretty much look to our right, you know, Chris Berquist, Troy Helmer, and myself, you know, we're on the passenger seats of this open air helicopter. And we looked down and we all like did a double take. Like we looked down and was like, hey, there's a hiker. What? And she's like coming out of the woodwork, man, like arms out, you know, waving us down. Unbelievable, man. Elation. So absolute elation.
Elation. So she's waving at you. You're now waving back. I understand you and Amanda are friends. It must have been incredibly emotional to be there finding her. What was your first reaction when you saw her?
I completely, Chris had to be like, don't let Javier jump out of the helicopter, because I was ready to jump out of the helicopter to go get her.
Describe Amanda's condition when you saw her face to face.
She's completely conscious. I mean, she's aware. She knew exactly what day it was. She knew exactly how long she's been down there. Her ankles had been all torn up. She actually had lost her shoes in like day 7 of this whole ordeal. And you could see her whole front of her ankles and calves had been just destroyed by the super tough terrain and vegetation that's out there. I mean, we're all wearing, you know, pretty heavy gear to break brush, and she had gone through that by herself. So
was there ever a moment when you were starting to lose hope?
Honestly, man, I don't know if it's the Ranger in me or just that I'm a very hyper-motivated guy, but I just stayed positive, man. I was like, no, unless any other evidence has presented itself, which it hasn't, she's in those woods. And yesterday, I was telling her dad, because we were planning on taking this helicopter, I was like, man, the only reason that we have not found her is because she's walking. She's walking east, and we haven't searched far enough, man.
Javier, we thank you so much for your time and appreciate that aloha spirit. What a great story. Thank you.
From all of us down here, aloha, and thank you so much, guys.
Javier, thanks so much. And one of the things Javier said, the way she survived, she had guava, she was eating fruit, she was eating leaves, she had fresh water. You can imagine someplace else, maybe the condition's not the same.
If I ever go missing, I want that guy looking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very
amazing.
enthusiastic.
Yeah. Awesome interview. Thank you, Whit. We're going to move on now to politics. President Trump touching down in Japan just a few hours ago. He will be the first world leader to meet with the new emperor of Japan. There is a lot at stake here in this visit, including some looming trade issues that could affect all of us here at home. ABC News White House correspondent Tara Palmieri right there in Tokyo. Tara, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan. Here in Japan, President Trump will be treated to the pomp and circumstance usually reserved for a king. But he's got some serious issues on his plate. He's got to try to convince the Japanese to buy more U.S. agricultural products as farmers suffer because of the trade war with China. This morning, President Trump touching down in Japan for a weekend of lavish dinners, golf, and a sumo wrestling tournament.
We just walked off the plane, and here we are.
President Trump on a mission to strengthen the bond with America's closest ally in Asia, Japan.
Thank you very
where
much.
their economy has suffered because of President Trump's trade war with China. As President Trump threatens to slap tariffs on Japanese cars, Japan hoping the visit leads to a more favorable trade deal.
The United States and Japan are hard at work negotiating a bilateral trade agreement, which will benefit both of our countries. I would say that Japan has had a substantial edge for many, many years, but that's okay. Maybe that's why you like us so much. But we'll get it a little bit more fair.
Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe rolling out the red carpet, inviting President Trump to be the first state leader to meet the new Japanese emperor.
With all the countries of the world, I'm the guest of honor at the biggest event that they've had in over 200 years.
Japan looking to strengthen its security ties with the U.S. after its neighbor North Korea launched its latest projectiles into the Sea of Japan earlier this month. And Kim Jong-un refuses to continue denuclearization talks. Meanwhile, tensions also growing in the Middle East. President Trump announcing a plan to send 1,500 troops to the region.
As you know, they stage terror all over the world. They're a much different country now than when I first got here. I don't think Iran wants to fight, and I certainly don't think they want to fight with us.
As we know, President Trump is a huge fan of pro wrestling, and this weekend he will sit ringside at a sumo wrestling tournament where he'll present the President's Cup, a trophy designed for him, and it's huge, 4.5 feet tall and 70 pounds. Eva?
All right, Tara, thank you. Well, here at home, a judge blocking the Trump administration from using money obtained from the National Emergency Declaration to build portions of the border wall. ABC's Stephanie Ramos is in Washington with this story. Stephanie, good morning to you.
Eva, good morning. Well, you said it, a California judge has blocked the Trump administration from using the $1 billion the president secured when he declared a national emergency at the U.S.-Mexico border. This overnight decision stops the administration's efforts to use military funds to build sections of President Trump's wall along the border, essentially saying Trump cannot divert those funds without congressional approval. Now, this comes after California, 19 other states, and the American Civil Liberties Union sued the administration.
Now, Stephanie, the judge said this ruling was based not on politics behind the wall, but rather how it was going to be paid for.
Exactly. The judge was pretty clear on this. He says this case is not about whether the challenged border barrier construction plan is wise or unwise. It's about how the administration plans to fund it. Now, this latest order applies to 2 planned projects that would have added 51 miles of fence in Texas and Arizona. Construction was scheduled to start today. Eva.
All right, Stephanie Ramos for us in Washington.
Stephanie and Eva, thank you. A lot to talk about this morning when it comes to politics, so let's bring in our chief political analyst, Matthew Dowd. Matthew, good morning. I want to start with this overnight court decision. We are less than a year and a half away from the next presidential election. If Trump goes into 2020 without fulfilling his signature campaign promise of building that wall, is that a big liability for him?
Well, I think from day one of this presidency, he's been in a fight over the border wall and everything on the border. As we saw, there was a test case run on this during the 2018 midterm elections, and the president's party and the president lost badly when he was running on this same issue running up to the campaign. So I think he's going to run on this. It's because it's something that he can't seem to let go. But I never thought it was a positive for the president, whether he had money for the wall or didn't have money for the wall. I think the biggest liability for the president is the judge's decision on checks and balances, which could influence other judges on other decisions related to congressional authority on investigations, subpoenas, and all that. That's what I think. This is another precedent of a judge saying we need checks and balances.
Yes, so the real upshot could be how it pertains to the issues where Trump doesn't want to release information that congressional investigators are trying to get. Let me move on, though. The president, as we just reported, is over in Japan this morning. Before he took off, he spoke to reporters about his ongoing and really deeply personal war of words with the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, in which they're each essentially accusing the other of age-related cognitive decline. Take a listen.
She said terrible things, so I just responded in kind. Look, you think Nancy's the same as she was? She's not.
So are there winners or losers in this fight? Is somebody coming out on top, or are we all losing in the face of a rather unseemly spectacle?
When you listen to that quote, it reminds me of like what you'd hear in 3rd grade, like, no, you're glue and whatever you say sticks on you. It doesn't stick on me. You're bubble gum. You know, that whole thing is what it feels like. It all seems juvenile in the course of this. I don't think it's a benefit to anybody in this. I think the president, again, he is supposed to be the leader of the country and not engaged in this, but he can't seem to not get in these kind of fights. It's an amazing situation we're in right now in our country.
Matthew Dowd, I have nothing negative to say about you. Thank you so much for getting up early with us on a Saturday morning. We appreciate it.
Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Matt and Dan, thank you. Now to the battle over abortion rights. In Mississippi, a federal judge temporarily blocking a state law that would ban most abortions once a fetal heartbeat is detected at about 6 weeks of pregnancy. Opponents of the law say that's earlier than many women even know that they're pregnant. And in Missouri, Governor Mike Parson signing a bill banning abortions after the 8th week of pregnancy with no exceptions for rape or incest.
We are going to move on now to Mount Everest, where 3 new deaths are raising concerns about dangerous gridlock at the top of the world's tallest mountain. At least 5 climbers have died over a 48-hour period, including an American. ABC's Julia McFarlane has more.
A traffic jam on Mount Everest has now claimed the lives of 5 climbers in the last 3 days, including Utah climbing enthusiast Don Cash when he suddenly fainted from high-altitude sickness Wednesday. Experts say an area known as the death zone, where oxygen measures at 1/3 the normal level, could be to blame. Climbers like mountain guide Garrett Madison wasting hours of precious oxygen as they wait for 150-mile-per-hour winds to ease.
There were probably a couple of hundred climbers up there, and it did create some congestion on the route, some delays.
Experts tell ABC News supplemental oxygen is an absolute necessity when climbing this part of the mountain that soars over 26,000 feet. Experts say overcrowding at the top of the world is making the mountain more dangerous than ever.
This year, it's been a particularly windy season, and so once the weather window developed and we had a chance to go for the summit, everybody went pretty much the same time.
According to Nepal's Department of Tourism, a record-breaking 381 permits were issued this year. And with each climber requiring a Sherpa to guide them, lines reached epic proportions.
Instead of taking maybe 12 hours to do the round trip, they were taking 20 hours. And when you take that long and you run out of supplemental oxygen, it's just a deadly combination.
Well, the Nepalese government's only requirement for a permit is about $11,000 US. No physical tests are required. Whit?
All right, Julia McFarland in London for us. Thank you. We do want to come back here at home. The holiday weekend turning into a washout in the nation's heartland, hit by dozens more reported tornadoes and severe flooding. Rob is in hard-hit Wichita, Kansas for us this morning. Rob, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Whit. Boy, we had it all yesterday. A severe thunderstorm warning, a tornado just to our east, a flash flood emergency. Obviously, the rivers here are running high. We've had a lot of water coupled with severe weather. Boy, it has been a tough week here in the central U.S.
Overnight, the ongoing severe weather outbreak plaguing the heartland. A tornado taking aim at Iowa City. Watch this fast-moving twister on the move, whipping up debris into the air, nearby homes and structures in its path. Another view shows the funnel hanging right behind the Iowa City Stadium. In central Illinois, sirens ringing out as a tornado-warned supercell rolls in. Meanwhile, in Oklahoma, a state of emergency declared for all 77 counties. Raging floodwaters splitting this building in half.
This is what a flash flood emergency looks like in Wichita, a residential street running like rapids.
Strong storms slamming Texas, too, flooding streets and leaving cars stranded. Over 100 reported tornadoes across the country this week. The most damaging, an EF3 with 160-mile-an-hour winds, leaving Jefferson City, Missouri in shambles.
And we have more in the way of tornadoes. If we left our hearts in Jefferson City, boy, those people have a lot of work to do, but thankfully nobody killed in that spot. All right, we've got flooding issues. Let's start with that. The rain that was here last night has moved off to the east and the northeast. You're going to get a piece of that. Flash flood watches and warnings continue here in Wichita down through Oklahoma City. Let's go over the rainfall and what we expect to see in the next 48 hours. Cleveland, Buffalo later on today. You could see some severe weather. That'll go across the northeast overnight. Back here in the plains, Kansas City, Wichita, Oklahoma City, back through the Texas Panhandle. We'll see severe thunderstorms fire again this afternoon and again tomorrow. Kind of a stubborn weather pattern. We just can't shake it here. Strong winds, large hail, a few tornadoes possible as well. And of course, the holiday weekend on Monday, we're looking at warm and humid conditions across the southeast, record-breaking as a matter of fact, and again, more in the way of severe storms here in the central U.S. That's a check on the weather headlines nationally. Time now for a look at your local forecast.
Hello and good morning, Washington. A lot of the area pools open for Memorial Day weekend. Today, high temperatures reaching the lower 80s. We will be around 80 degrees already by 2 o'clock under partly cloudy skies. Stray storms possible mainly this evening. Now, rolling thunder on Sunday. It will be hot and humid. High temperatures into the lower 90s. We'll have that possibility for stronger storms by the late afternoon and evening. Memorial Day itself, temperatures back into the mid-80s under partly sunny skies.
Always love coming to Wichita. That is the Arkansas River behind me, but in Kansas, it is the Arkansas River. But Dan, you knew that.
Of course, yes, I'm a geography whiz. Hey, Rob, I just wanted to tell you, you've done a great job out there all week covering the breaking news, but we do miss you back here, so come on home soon.
Thanks, pal. See you soon.
All right. As millions of Americans celebrate the unofficial start of summer by heading to the beach, there are warnings about potential dangers in the water. ABC's Zachary Keish is out there on the Jersey Shore. Zachary, good morning to you.
Dan, good morning to you as well. What a beautiful morning out here at Belmar Beach in New Jersey. I'm out here looking at a couple people sitting in their lawn chairs just enjoying the sunrise. Hey, it's going to be a big weekend around the country, but there are warnings for swimmers that they need to be aware of when they get in that